Welcome to King Messiah. We have a special edition today, Positive Vibrations with a Rastaman. So I want to first go ahead and allow you to introduce yourself.
I am Chiwara Ochosi, the harmonious unity of creation, fearless arrow.
Okay.
Liberation, you know?
Yes, brother. And allow us to first ask you, what is the meaning behind your name, and what is, if you could just give us a brief about your purpose and how music is a part of your purpose and so forth.
Well, you know, the name speaks for itself. It's the harmonious unity of creation, fearless arrow. The harmonious unity of creation in that we are here to revive, resuscitate, renew, recover the harmonious unity that is in creation naturally. And I, as a Rastaman, you know, that's what our purpose are as Rastaman. You know, see, fearless arrow, you know, Chosi, fearless arrow. So we deal with courage, not bravery. Fearlessness, you know, that's what we deal with. So it's a courage, you know, you have to have the courage to be fearless in your stance to recover what is yours, liberation and redemption. Rastaman vibration.
All right. And just express to us briefly what music means for you and the power of music that it can have on all humanity. If you can just give us a brief on your perspective as a Rastaman, what is music and the effect, the medicine of music?
Well, you know, music is defined in modern terms as organized sound. Well, if music is defined as organized sound, that means it comes from a state in which the sound were not organized. Well, that's the position, Rastaman vibration, coming from that position of the unorganized sound, not so much the organized sound. Because within the presence of the modern world and modern men and people today, we have come to see that they have used the organized sound, the organized music, as a weapon against our people, and a weapon against the earth, and a weapon against creation and nature. So we are dealing with music that is deriving from an original state of existence, which is unorganized sound, and we bring it into a prophetic presence, which the world know as reggae. The world know it as reggae, but you know, reggae has come through a great sufferation to date, and I, being a Rastaman as I am what you would call a migration baby Rastaman, arriving at Rastafari, Rastaman position at this time.
And if the world wanted to, so you've been offering music to the world for how many years? Just share with the audience, how many years have you been blessing the world with your music, any upcoming shows that you may have, and anything you would like to share that you feel is imperative for us to know?
Well, my whole life has been a musical blessing, because, you know, music is not just the playing of music or being on the radio and such. You know, I recorded 2 songs in my career, which I produced myself and put on the distribution. The first one was My Love Is Real, distributed by Dynamic Records, featuring a DJ called Nigga Mikey. The name of the song is My Love Is Real. And then I distributed to Dynamic Records, as I said. And then my second one I produced was called Papa's Song, which was self-produced on my own label, Chiwara Productions. And it was handled and distributed by myself. The first one was also put on the top 100 and made it to number 38 and stayed there for about 28 days. And then after that, you know, my funds ran out, but true, I'm dealing with as a Rastaman and as a system dog. I just said that was satisfactory for I. We have a production coming up, which will be March 4th it's a cutting edge production, RGB Alliance Conscious Reggae Concert Series, Rastafari Vibration. It will be Ija Noah and the Brock Band, as well as Chiwara Ochosi and Bingy Blaze. Music will be by Ras Irate on Line of Judah Sound, and it be at 2435 South Stone Mountain, Lithonia Road in Lithonia, in Georgia 30058.
So before we get into a sample of some of your harmonious melodies and vibration, feel free to share with the audience anything that you feel is needed for this opening session, this freestyle session with the Rasta Man, words of wisdom, positive vibrations with the Rasta Man. I want you to just openly share anything that you feel is imperative at this moment in history that we need to know, and go into a melody, if you will.
Well, one of the things that I would, as a Rastaman, like to give to my people, and I'm speaking directly to my people. When I say my people, I am speaking to people that call themselves or are called Black people or African people or people of color, or, whatever the term Negro, whatever terms conscious Black people, whatever the terms that we call ourselves or that we are referred to as. So this is whatever comes out of my mouth is for those people. Others, yes, may benefit, and I'm not saying they won't, but their reactions and feelings towards what is being said really is not for them, if they may feel disgruntled about it. But I is just here to bring truth to the forefront and lift up righteousness. As Rastaman, we live by principles and precepts. One of the principles and precepts is to know these things right here. All that is hidden shall be revealed. Righteousness is the foundation of all things. Peace is established by righteousness. Love is the rule of law. Understanding is mandatory. Truth is vanguard. Wisdom is a gift. Knowledge is free. So we as Rasta live by these principles. It's not a religion. Rasta is not a religion. It's a way of life. We call it a livity. To know Rasta, you have to live Rasta. So I is a living Rasta. And so therefore, I move on that level of Rastafari as a living reality. We worship no man, no people. We deal with liberation and redemption of our people and all sacred life, divine life. All of creation should be free. I would like to also share
Go ahead.
some things when it comes to cleansing. The most important thing that we should focus upon is cleansing of our minds and the purification of our minds. Some say out of sight, out of mind. Well, as Rastaman and the liberty of Rastaman, we say out of mind, out of sight. The enemy, the oppressor, which is recorded in history, clearly shows. As long as he's in our sight, he's in our mind, he will be in our sight. So we firmly, and we give thanks and praise to our righteous ancestors to come and show us the way through our DNA consciousness that is out of mind, out of sight. See, we can close our eyes to the truth, but at the same time, when you open your eyes, it's the same reality, oppression and degradation. So we say out of mind. When you clear our mind of the enemy, then the enemy will leave our sight. This will be a natural occurrence. Also, the cleansing of the mind and the purification of the mind is essential to this process. The cleansing of the mind serves certain purpose. One, it sets us up for the purification of the body. See, if our mind is not cleansed and purified, it is very difficult for us to cleanse and purify our physical body. So our physical body is dependent on the purification and the cleansing of our mind, which will then lead to the next phase of the cleansing, which will be the cleansing of our bodies. Our bodies is our dwelling place. This is where we dwell. This is truly the place in which we live. We do not live at an address or in a city or a town or a state or a country or geographical location. We live within the temple of the living man and woman, the sentient being, flesh and blood. This is where we live. And by scientific knowledge and law of creation, you cannot occupy two spaces at the same time. So if we live here, we cannot be living in a house. We can only reside in a house or be found in a house. Or you can find me there. You can look for me. You can search for me in this city, in this town, in such a state, in this geographical location. But you can only live in the physical body. So the cleansing of the mind and the purification of the mind is not the brain. The mind is what we use that flows through the brain. The mind we share. So when you cleanse and you purify the mind, then we are in a better position to cleanse and purify the body. The purpose of cleansing and purifying the body is so that the soul, which is our true identity, which is our true essence, can be freed from the curses and from the hindrances of the enemy, which is principalities and spiritual wickedness in all higher places. So when we cleanse and purify the mind, we are now in a better position to cleanse and purify the body. It is very difficult to cleanse and purify the body if the mind is not cleansed and purified. The soul is what we are freeing. The soul is incorruptible. The soul cannot be altered, cannot be destroyed. You can't do anything with the soul. The soul is immortal. The soul is indestructible. So this is who you are, an indestructible, immortal being, an immortal fire being, a sun being, come forth out of the sun and return into the sun. So when you are able to purify the physical body, which is known as also as the outer soul, the inner soul, which is the primordial soul, the origin, now become freed. The soul seeks freedom. Freedom and balance. Balanced meditation, balanced liberty, balanced emotions, balanced life. When you have a balanced life, you don't have the things that you see going on in this, what you call de facto world that we now live in. You will experience the de jure balance, which in every aspect of life, mental, physical, and soulical. So as Rasta, we are liberators of the soul. We don't come to destroy anything or anyone, but to fulfill the mission, which is liberate and redeem the soul from oppression and downpression. So this is why we must stress, and we cannot stress enough, how important it is to cleanse and purify your mind. One would say now, how do you do that? Well, since righteousness is the foundation of all things, and righteousness establishes peace, then the way to cleanse and purify the mind, due to the fact that the essence, the character and personality essence of righteousness is what we call goodness, good. So the more good you do, not only towards your own self, but towards your children, your spouse, your neighbors, you practice something they call goodwill. Through goodwill, we're able to cleanse and purify the mind. Goodwill can be just a simple thought, a positive encouragement, helping one another, guiding each other. This is everything you do purifies the mind. Every bit of good you do purifies the mind. So goodness and the practice of goodness is what brings the mind more and more towards a purified state of being, thereby enabling that purification process to trickle down to the body, the physical flesh of man. We stop drinking, stop smoking cigarette, stop taking crack, stop taking cocaine, because now your mind is cleansed, so your body has no choice but to follow suit and become cleansed unto itself. And then we can begin to do, once the soul is free, the aboriginal indigenous soul, the black, the one that you see when you close your eye, the blackness of yourself, when that one is free now, then we can go on about developing our people, developing the humanity, restoration of the true way of being and living of life. So this is the key. Just let us continue and understand and overstand and have a rock standing that cleansing and purification of the mind brings forth cleansing and purification of the physical outer soul, which leads to the freeing and the redemption and liberation of the inner soul, the primordial essence of who we actually are, one to another, identical, immortal, fire beings.
Yes, beautiful. Definitely, this is the first session with the Rasta Mind. This is going to be many more installments.
Session one.
So we just want to have some samples of the vibrations. I'm gonna let you just flow with the melodies. And yeah.
We're gonna do that also. I want to just also give recognition to my righteous ancestors, all of the elementals that are here with us in this very moment, participating in this session one. And I want to also give a shout out to, the Rasta babies that are out there in the world, the brethren, better known as Jaboni, as well as the brethren known as Pharaoh. Soon and soon the waters shall be gathered at some point according to the will of the Most High and the traditions and the liberty of Rastafari, Rastaman vibrations. So I will share this music to let you know a little bit. It's called Zola Peace, meaning hello peace. Liberation is the peace my whole life cries for. Cry, say cry, That is why the earth cries in every tremor of its quake. Cry, I say cry. We have got so that life will know peace, 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 peace. I say peace, 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 peace. Righteous liberation, Rastaman vibration. Righteous liberation, Rastaman vibration delivers one perfect love and bring one perfect peace. I say peace, 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 yes, peace, 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 peace. We have got to find a way to teach the children, yeah, how to liberate so that this life will know peace, 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 peace. I say peace, 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 peace. Zola peace.
Beautiful, beautiful. I know you mentioned one of your popular songs was a song called "Love Loves Love." If you can give the world just a sample, I don't think you should pay the whole.
Love loves love. It's
Yeah.
very important,
Yes.
to know that love loves love. So while we all here getting twisted because I'm in love with this man, the woman says, I love him so much. Or the man says, I love her so much. I'll do anything for her. I'll do anything for him. And we say, oh, I love this car. I love this house. I love my money. I love my children. I love all these things. But we never take a step and say, where did this love come from? This love comes from love. Love which cannot be described. It's a phenomena. You see it in the animal world, in the animal kingdom, how the lion and the lioness love their cubs, and the cubs love the lion and the lioness, and you see it in every walk of life. You see how the trees rejoice to see the sun. Our mother and our father is everywhere in every walk of life. So we have to, as a humanity, as a species, Rastaman say, love loves love. Jaja loves love. Love, 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 loves love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. All over this world, simply because love loves love. In the morning time and in the evenings too, love loves love. At every door and a whole lot more. Love loves love. For all the little children, oh how they play, full of joy. Love loves love. For the poor, it will make their lives a whole lot better. girl. So don't you be the type that gives up so easily. Oh no, 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 don't give up. You better not, never you give up. Don't you be the type that gives up so easily. Oh no, 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 no. Love loves love, you know?
Yes, yes. So, in this first session, this first episode of Wise Words with the Rastaman, Fearless Arrow, Positive Vibrations. We have a working title going, people, but it's all positive. You know, we had to bring this to the family, and we will be sharing more music, wisdom, words of wisdom. We will be sharing a lot more of these type of vibrations. We'll be sharing it on the platform, and I give thanks for having you here to share these words of wisdom with the family.
Well, I want to give thanks to you, King Messiah, for having me here. It's been a pleasure and a great honor. To all your listeners, I would say just maintain a positive vibrations, you know, which brings about positive thoughts, which also brings about positive action, which brings a change in your condition, you know, whatever that may be. You know, if it's your condition is great, it's just going to make it greater. Just maintain a positive vibration, because it's so important, you know, to understand the importance of positive vibrations. And that love also loves love. Love wants to see us as a people, you know, our people, to begin to love each other and just continuously love each other without doubt, no matter what the consequences are. Let us love one another. You know, do not look down upon ourselves and say, well, black folks can't do this, or, you know, Africa will never unite. That is self-defeating. Our whole purpose here is to liberate ourselves, liberate our people, and the whole universe is working with us. Just do the research and you'll see how the universe is working with us. We have been restored a long time ago. It's time for many of us now to wake up and realize that we have been put in the forefront. We're no longer 3/5, but we're 5/3 of the human being.
Yes.
We're 5/3. Remember, they inverted the fraction. They gave us their persona and took ours. So I just want to say, give thanks and praise unto the Most High. All praises to the righteous ancestors and King Messiah and his audience. Yeah.
And let the family know how they can follow you, reach you, and, you know, once again, just restate your name, how they can follow you or get in contact with you via social media, whatever you're comfortable with. Let the family know that, and I give thanks.
But right now, you know, you can find me at King Messiah. That's where you can find me. You know, if you want to know some things, King Messiah will screen who needs to be put forward. After all, we're dealing with social media, and it's a social media that we do not own or control. So we must be mindful of that. You know, and we must also understand that there are many ways our ancestors used to communicate, from mouth to ear, you know, from ear to ear, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I say, if anyone is interested, come out and see me on March 4th at the Edge, you know, and we will be able to interface, you know, some kind of way. We'll interface, exchange information, so on and so forth. I'm involved in quite a few things that we don't put on social media. It's not meant for social media. You know, we have to learn how to move within the soulical self, in the liberty. You know, it's not everything the social dominant society need to have access to, especially when it comes to Black liberation and redemption, which is an ongoing movement, and it's not a struggle. Like a lot of people like to say, the struggle. We're not struggling with this. It is a movement. And nothing can stop this train. Nothing can stop it. It's a natural, it's God ordered. God ordered. So I once again thank you, King Messiah, for having me on board and allowing me to address your audience. I hope that my presence have brought some relief. And we're not dealing with hope here, and some faith, and strengthen some faith, and is able to move some of us away from fate, which is karma, and to correct that fate, that karma, and move us more into a realm in the house of faith and being faithful to the movement of liberation and redemption of our people and humanity as a whole and this entire earth.
Yeah, Ashe, respect.
Yeah. Ooh. What a world. What a world, what a world. We're living in. The world is done up, and there is nothing left for them to do. Yeah, march forward, the edge. Come get some more medicine.
Positive vibrations.